What a race, guys. That was an amazing race. Kurt Busch was doing pretty good there. I thought he had it until he went off. Overdrove turn 5, I think it was. I think it was three or four. Going off into the King. But congrats to Christopher Bale from Norman, Oklahoma. Was amazing. That's like about four and a half, 5 hours from here. Um, Brent Kurt almost had it. Chase Elliott put up a good fight too. Um, that sucks for Michael McDowell though. Right off the bat, he went backwards. Corey got a good finish, but Michael McDowell recovered and got a 7th place finish. That was an awesome race. I enjoyed that. Next week is Homestead. I got Kyle Larson at Homestead. He knows how to run that high wall. I got Kyle Larson winning Homestead next week for sure. But Corey LaJoy finished 12, I think. I don't remember where he finished, but good finish for Corey LaJoy. He's up there for a little bit. He's in fifth at one point. So yeah, got in that mishap with Chase Elliott. But no, that was a heck of a race, guys. I enjoyed watching that one. I really enjoyed watching that. I thought Logano had it. I was hoping Logano didn't get it. But Logano's issue was the brakes. They were just too hot, too worn. Heard Chase is getting tires when he did. I was not expecting a rain, though. I was not expecting that rain to come. When they were doing this side-by-side split screen for that commercial, I looked over there and I saw it looked a little foggy when they came off of turn 2. Like, that's got to be raining. Sure enough, they come back and said we got rain over in turn 6, NASCAR 2, 1 and 2. And it didn't last very long, though. And then we were diving on board with 14 of Briscoe. Devin was watching his helmet cam on NASCAR.com for the NASCAR Drive, the helmet cam. When his hood popped up there, he was leaking oil all over his window. That was his own oil fluid he was leaking. Getting up on the window, and then his hood came up. He was actually able to still see, surprisingly. So when it came up off of the hinges and literally laid on top of the roof of the car. So he had that little bit of gap where he could see up underneath the hood. He could still see, and then plus he had a spotter guiding him around the track. But that was a good race. Christopher Bell, first Cup Series win, came in at Daytona. That's awesome. I remember his truck debut at Daytona. That was a great race, Trevor, dude. That was amazing. Christopher Bell from Norman, Oklahoma, was like 3.5 hours west of us. I think I've been through Norman, Oklahoma, going to see my aunt out there, and I think my aunt either lives in or near Norman, Oklahoma. I think they live in Pryor, Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. It's nearby, I believe. But so I've been a big fan of him ever since I found out where he was from. I remember his rookie year in the truck. He rolled it at Daytona 4 times on the last lap. And then to get in the Cup Xfinity Series and not get any couple wins here and there, but 23, 24 starts, and then to come home and win at his first race in the Cup Series, that's cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I thought Logano had it, but Logano's brakes were failing and his brakes were not good, and that's what got Bell the advantage by getting in the turn 4 and 5 and off of 6 like he did. And then dub bombing it into the corner of the chicane on the front. He had the run on off of off turn 6 or off turn 12, which is NASCAR 3 and 4. And then him and Logano were door to door all the way down. Logano tried to make that block with 1 to go or 2 to go, and Bell got by him. Bell had a better run in and a better run off the chicane in the corners. And Logano's brakes were already starting to give. He had already said it on the radio. He said he with like 5 to go. He said he had a long pedal. So his brakes are what hurt him. I think I just heard thunder. Actually, I think I just heard thunder outside. Why am I forgetting? Hold on. I'm turning on my radio, see what it's saying.
Saturday and Saturday night, partly cloudy. A 30% chance of rain. Highs in the mid-50s. Lows around 40. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain. Highs in the mid-50s.
It's supposed to be getting rain soon.
Central Standard Time. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook for portions of the Missouri Ozarks and the extreme southeast Kansas. For this afternoon and tonight, weather hazards expected. Limited non-thunderstorm wind risk.
Yeah.
Discussion. Gusty south winds will occur today with gusts of 30 to 35 miles per hour at times. Winds will diminish by evening. And now the extended outlook for the period Monday through Saturday. No hazardous weather is expected.
Okay, yep. We got thunderstorms coming in. I just heard thunder, and I just heard it on the radio too. And I thought I was hearing thunder, so I might not be able to be on here too long. Then might actually have to get off the RP. I was supposed to be on the RP tonight, Trevor, but I ended up with kind of a headache and a small fever. I'm not feeling too well right now, but I'm still gonna stream. I don't care. I just didn't want the sirens of the cars and everybody screaming and yelling in my ear. And it's worse when I have one ear to hear out of. That would make my headache worse. So that's why I didn't do the RP tonight, damaging there again. I'm not even gonna dispatch because I don't feel like even having my headset on really. But they're getting ready to start the servers, so you might want to. As soon as I get off here, you might want to jump over there and get on dispatch. But they're gonna need you tonight. From the sounds of it. I don't know how long they're going to be on because it sounds like our storm's going in. We might have to kill our Wi-Fi. I hope not. I hope not. Because then I can't play the game. Cool. Yeah, because they could use that dispatch since I'm not going to get on there tonight. If I wasn't feeling well, I'd be the one on RP. I'd be on the patrol, but I'm not feeling well. Started getting a little tired. A little after church, about 4:30. Started getting a headache, feeling hot. Come home and came home after most of the race was over. right there when they had that rain caution. Came back home and took my temperature to 100.1. So I took Tylenol and trying to get it to go down, but I wasn't going to miss a string for you guys. I'm not feeling too well, but I'm gonna do a stream for you. All right, that's how it works. Whether I'm feeling okay or not, when I say I'm gonna do a stream, I'm gonna do them. But just had 4 people on here and they just went right back off. Right now it's just you and one person I never talks. But I haven't talked to many at all today on the game. Don't know what she's up to. I haven't talked to her today. But if I start seeing lightning outside, then I'll probably have to end this. But I'm gonna see who all gets on here. See if maybe she gets on. Yeah, where are you from, Trevor? I can't remember. I know you're close to me, but I don't remember where. Oh, you're in Virginia. Yeah, you're way up north of me. I'm in Missouri. You can have thunder in the wintertime. Trust me. We've had tornadoes hit in November before. Actually, down in Georgia or North Carolina. Just 2 weeks ago, they had a tornado come out of nowhere in the middle of an ice storm. But we can get thunder and severe thunderstorms with possible tornadoes out of nowhere, even in the cold weather. That's just how Missouri is. Literally, it will be sunny one day or 1 minute. Next day it's cloudy. Next day it's thundering. And then it started off a slight storm. Next thing you know, it's severe with tornado watches and warnings. Yeah, and that's rare for North Carolina to get them. That's how you expect here in Missouri and Arkansas and Oklahoma area. Because where we live, we are literally tornado alley, and you can get them anytime. You can get them in the winter. You can get them in the summer. Mostly we get them between May and July when we usually get them. But there's been times we've had them in November. We've had them in December. I want to say it's been 5 or 6 years ago, like 4 days before Christmas, we had tornado warned storms. And then Christmas Day, we had snow. And then the next day, it was sunny, like 60 degrees. So, no, the Joplin tornado was 30 minutes north of us. However, I did see it on our news because they were broadcasting our 5 o'clock evening news when it was going through there. It was thundering and storming here. Me and Devin came over here to get showers before it really got bad because they said it was going to get worse later on. So we were all at grandma's for safety because we were in a trailer. Mom said before it gets really bad here, you both get over and get a shower now before it gets really bad because it was shower night. And Devin was in the shower first. I was literally standing right here watching the TV, watching our 5 o'clock news, keeping an eye on the weather. And they literally just showed the tower camera for our local news channel, channel 16. And you could just see the water hitting the camera going like this because of the wind. And then you look up on the way I'm facing the TV, I'm facing this way. You look to the right of the TV, It wasn't this TV, but it was an old TV. Look at the right of the TV, you see the gray spot. It looked like a rain shaft. Like when you see rain far away, you can see it. But it looked like a rain shaft that you can see from a distance. And then all of a sudden you just see it slowly move across the screen. And our news lady at the time, Stacey Garvella, she's usually calm and cool. Well, I thought it was raining. I'm hearing marble scratching her litter box. But anyway, um, she was literally reporting the weather, and she saw that gray figure go across the screen, and she lost it on live TV. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, 163, 64 people were killed. Um, our father worked it as a fire department. Um, our mom lost friends in it, a couple of friends in it. Fortunately, we didn't lose nobody in it, but we did lose a few of our church members in it. But that was before we even started going there. Um, and Chris has told our pastor. Chris has told the story several times about it too. They were actually in service Wednesday night service because it happened on a Wednesday night. Um, no, maybe it was a Sunday night. Either Wednesday or Sunday night. They were in service, and he was in the foyer preaching the 5 o'clock service. The sanctuary preached 5 o'clock service, and our doors opened up. The main doors at the time um, open up this way, outward. Well, this particular time we had a side door as well. That side door opened up, and a tree limb about that big flew into the church. Right at the same time, the outer front doors blew inward. And that's when he knew something wasn't right. And he stopped service and he got everybody downstairs as quick as possible. And then for the next 3 months, they had church. Luckily, the church wasn't hit. Um, they got some damage from it, but from the wind and stuff, like the door hinges and everything, they had to replace them. Um, for the next 3 months, our church served as a shelter for the ones that had lost homes. At one point, our church was a morgue area too, but for like 3 months, our church served as a shelter. But when I was watching the news, our yeah, here by me, it's in my nose. I can't find it or get it. Anyway, our weather lady Stacy, she got looking at the screen and she goes, "If that's what I think it is, Joplin needs to take cover right now." And she kept watching it, and then it came up on radar. Then they got we had he's not there anymore, but old good friend of ours, Gary Band. He was sitting in the weather center watching radar and getting reports from storm chasers, storm spotters, National Weather Service. Um, and he turned to Stacy and he goes, "That's what you think it is." And she goes, "Okay, we're getting word from Gary Bandy at the storm center. That is a tornado confirmed on the ground and it's about a mile wide. If you live in South Joplin, southern portion of Joplin, get shelter right now." And she just watched it, and as it moved across the screen, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you couldn't see it because it got rain wrapped. I goes, okay, now we are in a very dangerous situation that is getting bigger as it moves across our screen, and it is starting to get rain wrapped, so it's going to be harder to see. If you're not in your shelters right now, you're too late now. If you still have time to get covered, get to your shelters now. Don't waste time. And she lost it on live TV. And then they started hearing the hail on the station. They're like, yeah, we got to take cover now too. Because it's getting close to the station. And about that time, I called over to Grandma. And I said, are you watching the news channel? She goes, no. Why? He goes, well, you better watch it. There's a tornado in Joplin. And they're showing it on the 5 o'clock news right now, live. And she turned to it and saw that. She goes, have you had a shower yet? Nope. Well, don't worry about it. We'll get it later. Get your asses back over here. Told them to get out of the shower. If he's got soap on, rinse it off real quick. Get out. Get something on. Get back over here. So they started getting kind of bad here too. Started getting real heavy lightning and stuff. Started getting hail here. And Joplin was 30 miles away. And we started getting about nickel-sized hail here, hitting our roof. So I ran in. I said, Devin, get out of the shower. We're getting hail right now. And Joplin has a tornado on the ground. And he got dressed quick as he could, and we took off running to Grandma's. And then a few weeks later, we had to go to Joplin for something. And we drove through that mess. I've lived in this area my whole life. And if there's, before the tornado, there would be certain landmarks that, like, for instance, somebody not from around here would ask where a certain thing is. You would say, oh, yeah, drive down this street. When you get to this landmark, this building, go another block or two, you get to this spot, turn left, and it should be right there. No matter, and there are different landmarks around town, and everybody knew them. People that lived there for their entire lives after a tornado did not know where nothing was. All the major landmarks that people would point out, gone. I actually broke down crying. Mom broke down crying when we saw that it had hit the hospital. Because 3 days before that, I was actually in that hospital. I was in that hospital 3 days before the tornado hit it. The St. John's Hospital. That was one of our main two hospitals. And they actually say if it was a mile further south, it would have wiped out both hospitals. They were right there. You had St. John's here, they got taken out, and then right about just a mile south and west, or southeast, was Freeman Hospital. Our two major hospitals, and St. John's got wiped out. If it was another quarter mile to a mile south, it would have wiped out both hospitals. Yeah, I know. Exactly. That's why when we started getting lightning, Mom told me to tell them to get out, and because he didn't want to take one because of that. And Mom said it's not lightning out right now; it's just raining and thunder. The storm's still like 4 miles away, and I didn't get my shower until the next morning because the storm went on overnight. If I'm not mistaken, we were over at Grandma's till like midnight that night, waiting for the storm to calm down. And then once it got calm enough, it was like midnight, so I get up the next day and early in the morning take my shower. And then we had to get up and go to school the next day. But yeah, a lot of people will never forget that. Pretty much the whole country will never forget that because it was on national news. Um, yeah, it is. Well, that's not the hospital that was hit. The one that's in our streams. The one in our streams is our Kansas City hospital. But we have been to that one multiple times over the years too. Um, Mainly went to that one when we were younger. That's just our local hospital if we didn't have a way to get to Kansas City. But the ones you always see in our streams are up in Kansas City. But yeah, that one was a good hospital to be at too. We had a lot of good nurses there. I know one thing that everybody knew at that hospital is if we're gonna be put in, you better get us a helicopter view room because that's one thing we loved watching that helicopter come in and take off. We've actually both been able to sit in that helicopter several times. Got to be good friends with one of the flight nurses on that helicopter. As far as I know, I think she still works there too. Um, there was one time I went in for I had a fever or something. I wasn't feeling well, and mom took me to the ER, and I just happened to have the flight nurse as my ER doctor that day because she was doing on call. Basically, if she got a call to go on the helicopter, she'd go. But most of the time, she was in the ER, and she basically said, if you don't get put in, um, if you don't get put in the hospital tonight, and uh, you end up leaving here, you're such a good patient. I'll take you out there and see the helicopter. That afternoon. Oh yeah, we've sat in several. Children's Mercy hospital used to go to. We sat in there a few times too. Became good friends with the pilot over there actually. Coincidentally, his name is Aaron too. It's Aaron or Mark. I can't remember. It's been too long. But every time he saw us at our window when we got the helicopter room, he would see us and he would point to us. 5 minutes later, he's at our door. Like, hey, what are you boys doing here? We're just in for our usual CF exacerbation. Why don't we go out and see the helicopter? Yeah, that's our nurse. All the nurses knew it too. And became good friends with them. There's a visiting helicopter that landed one time, and he took us out to the helicopter too after bringing in a patient. After he got it all cleaned up and everything, he saw it sitting in the window, and we just happened to be sitting in front of the visiting pad this time. And he walked in and he goes, "Hi, so you guys sitting at the window watching me?" Yeah, love watching the helicopter land. We ask for this room or the one over in front of the home pad. And I go, "Oh, you want to go take a look at it?" Yeah. But okay, just bring in a patient. He had some fluids everywhere. I got to clean up, make it sterilized for my next patient. But I'll get it cleaned up and I'll come back and get you guys. He did too. He went out, cleaned it up, got rid of the blood and everything, and he came back. Goes, all right, got it cleaned up. Let's go. And we went out, and the helicopter was called a Lifestar. And then one time we were getting ready to get out, and he goes, "Hey, when you guys getting out?" About a week or so. Well, when you get out, come over to the airport. I'll give you a ride. We told Mom about it, but we never did. Um, Devin was up in this before St. John's was hit, but Devin was in the hospital one time, and a helicopter come in. Thought it was a normal visiting chopper that usually lands there in the area. It lands and it says St. John's Joplin, and Devin's like, "What?" It was the Joplin helicopter, the St. John's helicopter that had landed. Bringing an infant from St. John's up to Kansas City because they needed more treatment than what they could provide at St. John's. And he saw Devin in the window, and he came, stopped by the room and said, "Hi, how are you?" "Oh, we're good." And Devin goes, "You're from Joplin, aren't you? St. John's?" "Yeah." He goes, "So am I. I'm from Seneca." "Oh, what are you doing up here?" "Now, this is where my cystic fibrosis doctor is up here." "What are you guys doing up here? It's a long way to fly out." "Yeah, we had to bring in an infant. Couldn't treat him the way he needed to be treated down back home. So he was told to fly him up here. So it's kind of cool. That's I think that one time. The hospital we're at now, United Healthcare, or Kansas State University Medical Center, we can't see a helicopter pad because up on the roof. You can't even see the helicopter flying in, depending on what room you're in, you can. But most of the time, we can't even see it. We can hear it, but we can't see it because it's literally up on the roof where you can't see it out a window, which sucks. But we have some okay views in the rooms we stay in nowadays. But we got some nice doctors over there and nurses too. It's getting dark in here. I only have my little light on right now. But first time I was ever in a helicopter riding was when I was little. It was actually shortly after I was born. I was actually flown in that St. John's helicopter to Springfield. Um, or not. I was flown from. No, not under. Not really. It's a lot noisier to have it like right at your window, but it's cool. Depending on the room you're in, um, for over at Children's Mercy, if you were 26 through room 28, which were the 26, 27, and 28 were the helicopter rooms. That's what we called them. Literally, the pad was right out your window. If you're in 26, you had to get up and go to your window and just kind of look at this direction, and the pad's right there. 27 and 28, you could lay in your bed, look out your window, and watch the helicopter land and take off all day long. But the hospital we're at now, we're on the first floor. Well, technically it's the second floor. You have the ground and then floor one, and the helicopter is way up on the roof above all the floors. So unless you're on I believe there's 6 floors. Unless you're on the 6th floor, you can't really hear the helicopter. But I don't know if you've heard of the NICU, where little babies go. Um, I was actually the first baby in the NICU down here in Joplin. It was designed in 1993 at Freeman Hospital in Joplin. I was the very first baby in there. I was born in Springfield, but being small as I was and sick as I was being born, they didn't have the equipment to take care of me correctly. They put me on a helicopter up there in Springfield and flew me down to Freeman and put me in the NIC unit. I was the very first baby to go in there in 1993. They had literally just completed it, and 2 days later, I was the first baby in there. So that's kind of special. Several years ago, I actually got to meet the doctor that took care of me in there. Yeah, it's special. I still talk about it today. I don't remember it. I just know from mom telling me. But it's kind of special. The first baby in the NIC unit when it opened in 1993 at the Freeman Hospital in Joplin, Missouri. But that's really the first time I flew on a helicopter. But of course, I was real little. I don't remember it. I know from being told about it. The first flight on a helicopter I can remember was 4 years ago. It was out at an air show in Neosho, Missouri. I paid $80 to fly for 20 minutes on a helicopter. That was fun. I'll never forget that. I had never flown on an airplane until 2011. Shortly after the tornado, um, we we got a um, we went on a twin study. It was like a case study. It was to study twins, how we're related, how the genes make us twins, how we are twins that both are diabetic, and there's another one they wanted to study something to do with twins. I can't remember, but the hospital that did that for us paid for our flight to Baltimore, Maryland, on an airplane, and that was shortly after the Joplin tornado. Because we wore the Joplin Strong T-shirt up there, and everybody asked where we were from, and we said Joplin, Missouri. They said, "Oh, were you involved in the tornado? Did you get your house taken?" No, we live about 30 minutes south of there, but we know about it. That's why we're wearing these T-shirts. I still got a T-shirt somewhere. It's too small to wear, but I've got it. It said Joplin Strong, and it said Joplin Strong forever. We'll rebuild, or something like that on the back. I don't remember what all it said. It's been a long time since I won. But that was the first time I flew on a big jet airliner, going to Baltimore. After 9/11, me and they were scared to do that because you never know when it's going to happen again, and we were just scared to do it. But we took our Nintendo DS and we was going to play them to ease our mind about flying. I not once threw my DS out in my bag. I was I looked out the window the whole flight. It's supposed to be a 3 hour flight. It was a 6 hour flight. Cause we got held up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on a tarmac because of storms further north. We sat on a tarmac in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for about 2.5 hours. So instead of being a 3 hour flight from Kansas City to Baltimore with one stop in Milwaukee still, ended up being a 6 to 9 hour flight. You got a 2 hour delay on tarmac. But it was a fun. I had a blast. I'd actually like to fly again if we ever go anywhere. Don't get me wrong, I like driving so I can see countryside when we go places, but I wouldn't mind flying somewhere again. But I don't know what that happened for years to come. Um, yeah, yeah, that's about the only time I've been on an airplane. Devin's been on a small airplane like it says now. Back when back when I broke my knee or collapsed my lung, I can't remember. Um, our old stepdad, Donnie, they had an air show over at Miami, Oklahoma, or Grove. Miami or Grove, Oklahoma, they had an air show, and for like $30, you can fly, you can ride on an airplane or a helicopter. However, the helicopter was a one-person ride, and there was Devin, our stepbrother Levi, and my two cousins Ben and Adam. Yeah, exactly. I was nervous too, but so they decided to get on the airplane though. They all get on there at one time, and they actually let Levi and Devin pilot the airplane for like 10 minutes each. So, but the only airplanes I've ever been on is a big jetliner, and that's Baltimore. I've been on a train. That's fun. We went on a train when we was like 6 or 7 years old. No, actually, we had been younger than that. I was there like 2003. 2003 or 4, we took a train to Michigan. That's fun. That was a week-long trip. It was worth it, though. You got to sleep on the train, eat on the train. That was fun. I made a couple of stops. We took off out of Amtrak at Union Station in Kansas City. And we got to Amtrak in Kalamazoo, Michigan. 3 or 4 days later. That was fun. Be on a train for 3 or 4 days. Sleep on a train, eat on the train, have fun, do games, talk, look out the window, enjoy the ride. That's fun. I would love. That's one thing I want to do again is ride a train again. If we ever get to go anywhere again, it was expensive, but it was fun. But that was back when Grandma and Grandpa worked and we had money to do that. Oh yeah, Amtrak are fun to ride. Hey Brent, how you doing? What you think of the race? Kurt Busch almost had it, dude. Kurt Busch almost had it. I'm glad Christopher Bell got it though. I'd rather Christopher Bell than Joe Logano. I know I know you're gonna hate me for this, but I never called you yesterday either. Sorry about that. Me and Devin got watching a show last night. What was I watching? After I got off my stream last night, I was watching Iron Chef America, and then about midnight went to bed. We had to get to bed for church today. I got some shows. I got a couple new shows coming on today after I got them recorded. There's a new show on the History Channel called The Food That Built America. It looks interesting. It's all your famous foods from Uncle Ben rice to Chef Boyardee's raviolis to all the brand names, major brand names out there about or to do with food. Uh, they had the first episode last week and I forgot about it. So I recorded last week's and tonight's, and I got the whole series recording. Comes on every Sunday on History Channel at 8 o'clock. Or no, 7 o'clock. Comes on at 7 o'clock. There you go. It's going to be on here in a few minutes, but I've got recording. And then we watched the 911 series as well. 911 and 911 Lone Star. And then I also watch Worst Cooks in America on Sundays. But I've got a few shows to watch tonight. You know, that was an amazing race. I enjoyed it. Corey LaJoy was up there for a little while. So him and Elliott got into it. But Michael McDowell started out outside pole. And then I think he missed a shift or brake too hard going off into one on first lap, and he went backwards. He rallied to a 7th place finish, though, so that's awesome. That's amazing. But in the last 3 races, that is 3 first-time winners in the series. At all, period. Michael McDowell won his first race out of 346 races. 346 Cup starts. His first win comes at the 500. And then you got Ty Gibbs last night. 30-some races in the Xfinity Series. First race in the Cup Series, and he wins it at Daytona. And it's on a road course, and his first road course win in all three series. That's cool. Same with Christopher Bell tonight. First road course win, first Cup Series win in 30-some starts. That's awesome. I was saying earlier in the stream, I remember Bell's Truck Series debut at Daytona in the 4 truck, rookie year, first race in the NASCAR Series, and he flips it 6 times on the going off the last lap and going off into turn 1. He rolled his 4 truck 6 times, crawled right out. Christopher Bell from Norman, Oklahoma, was about 2.5, 3 hours west of here. Might be a little more than that, I'm not sure. I know it's not too far from me. I can get there within a day. But that's cool to see 3 drivers win it first time ever this year, or this weekend. Most of the teams were down there for 2 weeks. I've got Larson winning next week at Homestead. I've got Larson winning Homestead next week because he can run that top line like nobody. Larson actually came close too. Yeah. Yeah, I've been a Michael McDowell fan since 2008, Stuart Haas. When he wrecked at Texas in qualifying, that massive flip. Something nobody will ever forget. That's what got his name out there. Is nobody knew him until that. There's a qualifying at Texas 2008. He went turn off in turn 1 and slammed the wall. Flipped it 9 or 10 times and crawled out. But yeah, my grandma actually listens to 95 Caleb now. 95.1 Caleb is the channel. Our grandma listens to that channel. It's a Christian channel. But I don't know if you heard them say this today. I didn't think about it until Gordon mentioned it. The Love's car won on Valentine's Day. That's cool. That's something you cannot repeat. The Love's car won on Valentine's Day. That's kind of cool. I thought that was cool. I didn't realize it either. I don't know why I didn't realize it. That's neat. But Boyer said leaving the track last week, he stopped at a Love's truck stop on the way home in the motorhome. And a lot of the truck stops, a lot of Love's truck stops had the race on and saw his win. And you could just tell that they were all happy for him, being his sponsor. That's cool. That the Love's car won on Valentine's Day. He did pretty good today too. Exactly. It was. Valentine's Day was a perfect day for Love's sponsoring. Exactly. That was cool. You would think that Lowe's would give away something special because of that one, but I don't think they have. I ain't seen nothing about it, but that'd be cool if they give away a free coffee or something because on that Monday, but they didn't. Um, some of our preachers said today in church, our history was kind of about Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, if we took out the gas pump, yeah, that works too. Um, anyway, our history today kind of had to do with Abraham Lincoln and kind of turning away from God on a bad situation. But he mentioned that February is usually the time that most people are depressed or anxious, or just February is a short month, so there's really nothing to look forward to. Like you have December. People look forward to Christmas, right? In December. January, you have mid into December, you're looking forward to January because it's a new year. February, Valentine's, okay, but for the most part, nobody looks forward to February. Everybody looks forward to March because it's the beginning of spring and going off into summer. And then you look for April, May, June because it's the start of summer. Well, before you started preaching, I brought up, I said, hey, Chris, actually, if you're a NASCAR fan, you look forward to February because that's when NASCAR starts back up. He goes, okay, I guess February is a good month for you, right? I said, yes, it is. Because you know what? It's February, NASCAR's coming back. And he goes, why? You just like watching them make a left turn? I said, actually, this year, there's a lot more road courses this year. But no, I do look forward to the summer too when you get out in shorts. The only thing I don't like about summer is having to mow the grass all the time. Don't I like mowing the grass, but not when it's freaking 80 degrees outside. Yeah, I don't really like the exactly. That's why I said actually I said actually there are a couple of tracks that do have right turns. It's Sonoma and Watkins Glen, but this year there are like 7 road courses this year, including tonight or today's race at Daytona. It's the Daytona road course, not the super speedway. And he goes, oh, so they actually figured out how to make right turns. And everybody started laughing about it. As far as I know, me and Devin and a couple other people are the only big NASCAR fans out of church. No one else could really cares much about it because they think that's all they do is left turns and go in a circle. But they do it at 200 miles an hour, you know. Oh no, it's not I don't like mowing grass. I love mowing grass. It gets me outside doing something. I enjoy it, but if it's like 80, 90 degrees outside, then I don't enjoy it. Um, Especially if you had to do it 3 or 4 times a week when we get the rain season. We can mow it on a Monday and we get rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have to mow it again Friday because the grass goes super fast here in Missouri. But I don't mind mowing grass. I love it. Grandma had us mowing grass when we were 6 years old. I'm not joking about that. She would sit us on her lap and we would drive the tractor. She would mow, she would control it, but she would control the pedal and the braking and the blade. But we would sit on her lap and drive the tractor since we were 6 years old. She taught us young, and now we can get out there and do it ourselves. I love doing it. Devin don't really, but no, we have fun doing it now because we have 2 tractors. Um, the jet dryers follow each other when they dry a track. That's how we do it. We'll put the zero turn out front and the Husqvarna behind, but a path over. Like I'll cut the path to start, and then he'll be on his path, and I'll fall right in behind on the next section to cut, and we just follow each other. And what takes an hour and 45 minutes to cut with one tractor takes us 40 to 30 minutes to cut with 2 tractors, and it's fun. We love doing it. We fight over who gets the zero turn tractor, but Ever since we found out doing it, ever since we found out doing it that way, we love mowing the grass. Again, unless it's super hot out. If it's above 80 degrees, we'll go mow grass with no shirt on, shorts, no shirt, hat, and sunglasses. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. For years, we always talked about, since we can't get a job because of our disability stuff. For a few years, we always talked about mowing people's yard for money. However, at the time, we had no way to transport the tractor, or we didn't have a vehicle. Um, but now we have a trailer, but we're in the middle of the country and really there's nobody around us to do that. I mean, if we lived in a small rural area, like in a condo area where there's houses across from us, beside us, like an apartment area, we could do that. We could drive down the road a little bit. But since we're out on a major highway, we can't really drive a tractor down the road. Um, but no, when our aunt lived next door, we would mow her grass for her because she was kind of elderly. She's like in her 70s. So we would mow her grass for her, and our little niece would stand at the window and watch us. We would get ours done, the front yard, Grandma's front yard, the back field. Then we'd go over and mow our aunt's house next door, and our niece would stand there in the window watching us. And we'd wave at her until we went by the window. She'd stand there and laugh. Unfortunately, our aunt don't live there no more, so the gentleman that owns it mows it now. He lives two houses over to the south. Um, they're gonna be getting rid of this trailer probably in the springtime here. Um, and I'm looking forward to getting out mowing grass again, but I just don't want it to be up in the high 80s or 90s when I do it. You don't get that hot until May or June or July. May, June, and July is usually when we have our storms and a lot of rain, and we usually have to mow the grass twice a week. But no, I enjoy mowing the grass when it's cool out. I always have a t-shirt, shorts, tennis shoes or boots, uh, a hat to keep my face from getting burned, and sunglasses. Because I can't be in the sun without sunglasses or I get headaches. Um, it can be somewhat sunny out, but bright out, and I step out that door and I get a headache. Um, I don't know why that is. I think it has to do with being partial deaf. I don't know. Could be because my eyes, because I have a lazy eye too. That started like several years ago. So if it's bright and sunny out, or just bright out in general, I've got to have sunglasses on. Uh, and they can't be these type of frames either. I've tried that, and the sun just comes through here or up through the side, and that still gives me a headache. I have to have wraparound sunglasses. And of course, with me wearing glasses, they gotta be prescription, so I gotta pay for them. Can't just go get a cheap pair from Walmart and call it good. I have to have actual prescription sunglasses. Which the ones I've got, I've broken like twice and glued them back up. All right, Trevor. Like I said, I won't be over there. I still got a slight headache right now, but it feels like my fever's coming down. But I still got a slight headache. So, and you do pretty good at dispatch. I think you can manage that. I'm gonna jump on the game and see if money's on there or not. But no, try to message her, see what she's up to. I wish I had her Instagram. I could message her that way or Snap. I'm trying to find it. We talked about that last night or the other night. She told me if I can find her Instagram or Snap, then we can talk on there. But I haven't found her yet. So I'm gonna go in maybe because it's been about an hour. See if she's on the game. If not, I'll just watch TV. Devin's streaming too, by the way, on his Twitch. I don't think he had that. So I might watch his stream a little bit too, if she's not on. But I'll think of something to talk about tomorrow between when I get up at noon, because at 2 I gotta be in town, Joplin for something a little personal. I'm not gonna go over that. Um, so I'll find something to talk about tomorrow. I'll try to do one tomorrow. I'm thinking before I go tomorrow, I'm gonna probably stream on Twitch. Call of Duty. I don't know yet. I might try to stream it on here actually. I might try to stream Call of Duty on here. I'll take my computer in there and face the screen like I did the other day when we were racing. I'll try to stream Call of Duty on here tomorrow before I have to go to town. I don't know how long the stream will be because I gotta be off by 2:30 or by 2 to get ready to go to Joplin by 2:30. So there's a third person here. I'm not sure who it is. I don't know if it's Robert or Brent coming back. It might even be me. I don't know. Let me know who that third person is real quick before I end this. Might even be Brandon. Hey, it's Robert. Race was awesome, dude. Christopher Bell won. Kurt Busch almost had it, and he dove bomb off into 5 and hit a turtle and went off the track. Logano had a big lead, but his brakes were all worn out. And Bell passed him with 2 to go. Came back from about 3 seconds back and caught him and passed him with 2 to go. And Christopher Bell got the first Cup Series win. His first Cup Series win. 40-some races and his first series win. I'm proud of him because he's from Oklahoma. He's from Norman, Oklahoma, which where my aunt lives. I have an aunt that lives there. That's just outside Oklahoma City. Not between Oklahoma City and Tulsa, I think. Unless it's south of Oklahoma City. But I got an aunt that lives in Norman, Oklahoma. I haven't seen him in a long time. We have plans to go see him, me and Devin. I have plans to go see him in July. But we ended up going to Michigan instead. So if this COVID stuff is not as bad this year, I don't think we're gonna try to get down to him. Cause before the COVID stuff hit in 2018, me and Dad was talking to Grandma and Grandpa about when we're gonna go see him again. And I said, "You got a car, right? Yeah. You know how to drive, right? Yeah. You want to go see him? Go. Just let us know when you're gonna go. We'll give you the address, set up in GPS, and go." And we had plans to do that in July. And then the COVID hit, and then we ended up going to Michigan instead. Which I'm glad we went to Michigan because I see cousins up there I ain't seen in over 10 years. So I was fixing to hop off here anyway, Robert. Did you get the game downloaded? Robert, if you're still there, were you able to get the game downloaded? You can get on with me a little bit. Somebody's having trouble connecting. I can see that. So 3 pops up and then goes away. So, okay, now. You can't download it. Oh, that sucks. How come? Your phone won't let you, or will your phone not let you download it, or it just can't get out the reason? Uh, it's your phone. Okay. What kind of phone do you have? Let's get a new phone. What kind of phone do you got? Oh, that sucks. Okay, that sucks. Do you have a an iPad or a tablet? Because it works on a tablet too, or an iPad. Oh, give Motorola. I don't think it'll work on that. We have one of the older phones, yeah. I don't think it'll work on those. I say if you had a tablet or an iPad, it'll work on those. Or if you have a gaming computer or a gaming laptop, it might work on that too. I know some people I've talked to on the game um, have it on a gaming laptop. If your laptop can handle it. I try to get it on my computer, and I don't have a gaming laptop, so the only games I have on it is what was put on the laptop when I bought it. Now that generally come on it. So I've actually tried to look it up on here before to try to play it on a bigger screen, and it don't work. But my grandma actually made a pretty good dinner tonight. It turned out good. Um, it was kind of like a stir fry, but it wasn't. It was a recipe she found. We had linguine or fettuccine noodles, chicken, and vegetables, green snap peas. Um, Play for tonight. Pretty much get on the game if a mini is on there, and mostly watch TV. I got shows to watch that I get recorded. Other than that, not really. My plan was to do our RP server, but I came down with a slight fever, so I wasn't feeling well. So Devin's doing RP again tonight. But other than getting on the game and trying to see if the mini's on there and watching recordings, not really. But my grandma made a good dinner tonight. It was made with fettuccine noodles, chicken, vegetables like red and green pepper, onion, uh, snap peas, and something else. And then it had soy sauce in it, lemon juice, rice wine vinegar, and a little bit of sriracha. And it turned out really, really good. Um, I'm supposed to ran some over to mom tonight, but I didn't. Probably run over to her tomorrow or tomorrow. To her tomorrow. But other than watch TV and getting on the game for a little bit, don't have anything else planned tonight. Well, as Devin gets done with the stream fairly early, then I might go play Call of Duty, but I doubt it. From what it sounds like, we're having a good RP right now. And when we get a good RP, we usually go for a couple hours. So, but I've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes, 16 minutes now. Um, only a couple of y'all on here now, so we're going to end and kind of start watching some TV and play the game same time. I'm going to drink my beer and then I'll find something else to drink. So I'll find something to talk about tomorrow. Might not be until I come back from Joplin, but I don't know. We'll see. I know tomorrow I got something to do in Joplin, and then Devin and Grandpa can go get our car fixed, and might go get wood tomorrow before I go to Joplin. Don't yet. If not, we're doing that Tuesday. So I'll figure something out to talk about tomorrow. Like I said, it might be after 2 o'clock that I do it, depending on where my morning and that late, early afternoon is. But I got something to do in Joplin at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Some little personal I'm not going to talk about, but I'm gonna see what time I get up, and I might do a play Call of Duty. I'll try to stream it on here. If it don't work on here, I'll switch over to my Twitch, which a lot of you guys don't have. I know that. So, but I do have a couple people on the Twitch. But if nobody gets on it, then I'll just end them. I actually might be able to stream them both. I might be able to stream them both. Let's see. But I'll come up here so I can watch shows and get on the game. See if any friend is on there really. And I'll talk to you all sometime tomorrow. Congrats on Christopher Bell on his first Cup Series win. Um, and you all have a good night and take care, guys. Be safe. Yeah, somebody else just jumped on and go back off. Someone's having trouble connecting with the tail. So take care, guys.